That's a good thing about me. I'm not a politician. I'm a regular person, so I don't need to use any more words than I need to. All I can tell you is I will defend the boundary with my life and with lawsuits and with anything I have in my resources. Not that I can.
I said it when I first came up here. We don't need to move the boundaries. We don't need to sprawl or get more people in Geneva. This is a beautiful community the way it is. What we need to do is stick our growth into cities that really need it. Sanford, parts of Lake Mary, Castleberry, where I live. Those places kind of do need a kick in the pants. And if we can go by and change those areas and stay out of this area, that's what we need to do. And that's it for me.
I just do a follow-up check.
Me or
Yeah,
everybody? Okay.
You do understand that, the rural boundary has Chuluota.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not just Geneva.
Yes.
So.
Black bag my gap.
Okay.
Yes. No, I'm not for furthering the boundaries or moving the boundaries in any way, shrinking them, changing them. No, we need to stay in this rural community the way it is. Absolutely, keep it the way it is. Other areas could use it and have been using it and not doing it well. Can I bang the gavel now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would take this one step forward further. There's a couple key terms you got to watch out for, and that's transitional zoning and transect zoning as well. Okay, you don't want that up against a rural boundary because what you're going to do is set precedents. And so when talking about setting precedents, I was a part of the Soil and Water Conservation District, and as an associate supervisor at the time, the GROW was proposed over in Orange County. I'm not sure if the folks in Geneva, know anything about the GROW when it was proposed, but we at the Soil and Water Board, it was brought to us, and we were asked, what's your position? We know this is Orange County, but what's your position? Because this is going to impact us here in Chuluota. So for me, it was a no-brainer. As an associate supervisor, I encouraged the board to take a position on this, and we did. We penned a letter opposed to the GROW because we knew it was going to impact the citizens in Seminole County. We knew that it was going to set precedents for things like what we're looking at today with the development that may come through. So stay away from transitional zoning. Don't move it. No way, shape, or form.
So the short answer is yes, and I'm the candidate who is putting it in writing to you, and I'm smart enough to know that if I ever did anything to violate this, all of you would show up to a county commission meeting with a copy of this and let me know all about it, right? And so the longer answer is, as a city commissioner in Longwood, and as a mayor in Longwood, I know that the cities over there want the growth, okay? So if you look at the projections for Seminole County, we have between 150 and 200,000 people moving to Seminole County by the year 2040. That's going to happen. People are coming to Florida. Every day a high school moves to the state of Florida. You all know that, right? 1,000 people a day are moving to the state of Florida. A third of them wind up coming to Central Florida. And so they're coming, actually probably more than a third, because not too many people are moving into North Florida. They're moving into Central and South Florida. And so it's coming to Seminole County whether we want it or not. And I can tell you that Hammock and Longwood and Castleberry and Winter Springs and Sanford and Lake Mary want it. Yeah. They want it. We wanted it because, and much to what some of the other candidates have said tonight, we need to go up and not out. It's a strain on public transportation, it's a strain on public safety, it's a strain on all these different infrastructure pots that we have. And so we're working in the cities to stop sprawl and to go up and not out. And that would prevent anything from happening out here. So again, very clearly, no moving the line, no upzoning, I'll add no transitional zoning, and no to river crossing, period.
Correct.
Well, I'll make it real simple. I'm not an advocate of compromising on the rural boundary at all. And I've been chastised on Facebook for taking donations from developers. So here's what I got to say about that. If they're stupid enough to give me their money, I'm happy to spend it. Not a problem. So that said, let's talk about transition. Let's talk about Castleberry. You know, Castleberry had 19.8% economic growth this past year, one of the best in Central Florida. So again, these are the areas that we need to concentrate that development for. These cities want this, they need this, and they have the infrastructure for it. Going vertical truly is the answer. But let's also talk about the transitional side. There's a study called How Shall We Grow? And there's 4 C's to that study. And basically what it says is, there's no advantage to transitional zoning on the urban side. There is a benefit on the rural side, meaning before you hit the rural boundary, you reduce the density so you don't slam 20 units per acre right up to a 5-acre parcel. So there is a benefit of transitioning before you get into the rural area. Who wants to live on the boundary, on 5 acres, and look across at 6 homes per acre? I mean, you're really not in the rural boundary anymore. And unfortunately, when you're on the boundary, those are the kind of things that we've seen. Now, those that have been here long enough understand, one of the main reasons we got the rural boundary started, because Winter Springs and Oviedo were gobbling up the property, annexing as fast as you could, change your clothes. It's not the perfect boundary. It is crooked, it is jagged, and a lot of people would look at it and go, that's a convoluted line, how come it's not straight? Well, it's real simple. The people who were affected by that were given the opportunity to either be in it or out of it. They chose to be out, or they chose to be in. So now, in the River Cross case, Charlie Clayton stood up at a hearing and said, this parcel, I want it in the rural boundary. I have plenty of property developed. This is going to be a legacy property for my family. Now, fast forward, different generation, they want to profit from selling the property. I get it. I totally understand it. But unfortunately, their father and uncle didn't want it outside the rural boundary. So I am not in favor of River Cross. I am not in favor of moving the boundary. I'm not in favor of doing anything to the rural boundary. Leave it like it is. Thank you.